I'll give
the CEO of that place is saying that he's running an expanded gold for reserve policy and you want to sit here and change history? No. You inherited something that is working for you. You've built upon it. There's nothing wrong with it, but you cannot change history.
We will not allow you.
Was not working for anybody.
We are not. You do not even understand what we are talking about.
You admit it.
Gold for oil is different from gold for reserve. I'm not answering your questions.
What was the reason for gold for oil?
Is very
Why wouldn't you answer my question? Why wouldn't you answer my question?
Because you obviously don't really understand what you gold for oil, gold for reserve.
If I don't understand, wait a minute. If I don't understand, and you are courteous enough to have the opportunity to educate me and more others who don't understand, you sit here and boldly tell me and those who don't understand that you will not answer our question.
And I will let me see this. You are giving us warning. I'm a from now or more. Or said them pen won't pay ye years, sir. Say ye cost 1 year or more. Say ye best a free pay or I say ye had too much or pay. And the yenya Goldboard nana. Yenya say Goldboard na ye yesikano. Yen from the Bank of Ghana na. CEO Emma Goldboard Sammy Gyamfie say Ghana afeni eba be de pa. Me say adentia $10 billion ana Goldboarder John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency John Kwame Nkrumah John Ababiu. Eti ya o say papa ye friend Chief Executive Officer Sammy Gyamfie. Ongo we na onano say be ya Ghana ye gold regarding small scale ni na no ye sabe kan sika back. Enya ade ye ba betena se na India. China for no ma beto gold e dey free no ma goton Ghana ye nyeka pre wo wie so a yen sa ase no mo say no me say what how enya ade a ye bepene nne anase ochena enti ni senti ye created their friend Goldboard hey MPP for so about ase now already Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and the NPP administration they are go for oil ho mo say go Goldboard now go for oil entie and go Goldboard and now make us say 5 different countries anaba Ghana ha be sunya so ye basi ye ko implement Goldboard ni ze emu ye de Nigeria account be the Gambia account be Sierra Leone Liberia omuna account be Zambia esuka hu bi and then Goldboard say just 1 year and the government starting 1 year January man starting February man starting almost starting from around March ever be since December $10 billion and yesika ne Ghana yenye dey free Goldboard muna sansem ebibei IMF International Monetary Fund for say omo asemka ana me say asembei momo yentie Sammy Gyamfie de na ansa Sammy Gyamfie say $10 billion ana Ghana for yensa kana wey IMF for say hwe say $10 billion na ye keka nyina achi no asemaba ana say asembei ana me say asembei won say Ghana aka ye bonko ay about $214 million. And Tenesis Kaketwa, say Ghana, government of Ghana, any the Bank of Ghana, as the Cassia man John Dramani Mahama, man hey, not so much was not so man consider him maybe a rare cababri and a bababa. At the same time, I may for say almost a catch there, Ghana food in us said, yes, said the way you a manager and Yamano. Some manipulation here, you see a day, Sydney $1 I must see the nice table on 1 year. A course sa real Ghana. Yentimi guarantee say future no is safe and secure. Me say more hard than IMF. Well, like a lie. More hard than too much. Because Abra Bank of Ghana, Johnson Asiama, governor, I started say on the implementation say or manipulate kakra ama on the Ghana. You see no so montias here. The IMF say the economy yan re here you benya say me say what you country. Ebe system na the amay Ghana. How why?
The World Bank, IMF warned the Bank of Ghana to play a hands-off role in the Good for Oil reserves, Good for Oil program. Here again, Bank of Ghana is being warned. Are we to understand that the current Bank of Ghana failed to learn from the mistake perpetrated by that distant regime? It's something we need to we need to hear from the Bank of Ghana.
As the quantum of the losses
it's very critical. Especially that is why I'm applauding Sammy Gyamfie. I mean, he has come out with his side of the story. It is very important that the Bank of Ghana, the Bank of Ghana quickly also coming because this is a very sensitive matter. It is almost like what is holding the spine of the economy today.
Yeah.
So if there are issues about it, everybody needs to be worried.
Yeah.
Business people have to be worried. I mean, are we going to see a crash somewhere along the line? That is speculations. Goes a long way to affect even planning by government. And for that matter, I want to believe that the Bank of Ghana must also quickly come out, show its stance where there is the need. I mean, His Excellency John Mahama Mahama showed that commitment from day one. He said, oh, let's come sit together, let's plan and find how we'll run this economy to the benefit of all. And people have shown support. And so if there is such communication and indeed admission of or confirmation of the IMF claim, I want to believe that it will open the way for others to come also on board and bring a lot of ideas so that we leverage the existing system and ensure that it grows to continue protecting the economy. That's my view.
So as they say, because they were not refining and you need to sell it to someone who will refine and sell on the market, of course.
And not just that. Even the rates, the forex rates that is used by Goldboard is different from what is used by Bank of Ghana. So you buy at a different FX rate from the miner, and then you are giving it to Bank of Ghana at a different FX rate. So in just doing that transaction, you make a loss.
Okay.
And what has happened in the beginning, when Goldboard started its operations, actually they were paying less. They were paying about 8,000 cedis or something. The miners were not happy. Smuggling was going up. And so I think a decision was made to increase it a little so that they can be competitive. Yeah. These are some of the problems that you face. But there's been such a heavy focus on actually not building reserves. So if you look at today, the reserves MPP left NDC, they have not added up to 5 tons to it. You can fact check. All they've been doing is been selling that gold to show up our forex, which is understandable because Ghanaians wanted that stability. But it is not sustainable, as a lot of economists have said. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm an expert in that field, but from the little I understand, and I saw a video of one of these experts saying that this was going to happen with Goldboard. I'll send you the video. It was on another platform. He said it's about 2 or 3 months ago. And so when I was coming here this morning, I had to send him a message that now you're a prophet, because he said that Goldboard is also going to incur even more losses because of the quantum, just the quantum of commodities they are dealing with as compared to what they inherited. So we can sit down and have a holistic conversation where people are ready to give credit where credit is due, and then we can do this for Mother Ghana. But if you cannot come and take something you inherited and now pretend as if it was gift. You inherited the gold. You inherited the gold for reserve policy. Even Sammy Gyamfie's statement. Even in Sammy Gyamfie's statement, he admitted it. I can read it to you right now.
Economy that could not stand on its own.
That is not true.
That is not true. The head of economic management, you inherited exchange rate that was so fragile. Nobody could even plan for a month.
I'm going to Sammy Gyamfie's
and you cannot run away from this.
Right now, where he says
business
they are operating on an expanded gold for reserve policy. You cannot run away from that. The CEO of that place is saying that he's running an expanded gold for reserve policy, and you want to sit here and change history? No. You inherited something that is working for you. You've built upon it. There's nothing wrong with it, but you cannot change history.
Gold for oil was not working for anybody.
We are not, you do not even understand what we are talking about.
You admit it.
Gold for oil is different from gold for reserve. I'm not answering your questions.
What was the reason for gold for oil?
Is very
Why wouldn't you answer my question? Why wouldn't you answer my question?
Because you obviously don't really understand what gold for oil, gold for reserve.
So if I don't understand, wait a minute. If I don't understand, and you are courteous enough to have the opportunity to educate me and more others who don't understand, you sit here and boldly tell me and those who don't understand that you will not answer our question. Either way you are going to be here.
Okay, she said.
Is that why you are going to
Alaji, she says ask your question again. Just ask your question.
I'm not going to waste my time on that.
She says ask your question.
No, you are
so
turn around
arrogant.
Hold on.
Arrogant.
No.
Continue getting my attention. You are the host. Let me ask you the question. What was the gold for oil all about? Let me ask you. What was it about?
No. We understand the purpose was to bridge. You know, that time the forex the city was taking a beating from the dollar.
Did they achieve that?
I can read the Bank of Ghana.
I mean, when it did, at least there was some The oil prices came down.
Instead of the premium being between $160 to $170, it is 50 to 80.
The Goldboard inclusion in this gold for reserve has given us some results, and they are tangible. So we can all feel it.
What we are saying
that is why I'm saying
this gold for reserve existed.
You had or you were doing did not give us the desired result.
The good for oil,
we are getting the desired.
Some prices came down. According to
gold for oil, it's even different from gold for reserve.
Did the price come down to the extent that saw business people congratulate government for that effort?
You know,
we are seeing
fuel went to 20, is it 20, 22?
And I can take
is it 22 or 23
calling me arrogant
per
this
liter?
Morning, actually.
It went to 22 or 23 cedis per liter, I think. And then it came down to about 17 or 16.
I am sending you the BOG's thing themselves, which I've told you. And what I'm saying, gold for oil and even gold for reserve are different. So when we are talking about gold for reserve and you are asking me about gold for oil, I have every right to tell you that you are confusing the two. And you move on to say I'm arrogant on live TV on Christmas morning. Alaji, come on.
Well, so the point is, yes, we have seen what you have talked about. I mean, the whole initiative was put together to achieve certain results. Just as the current initiative where we use gold for reserve is also targeted at achieving a certain result. If you compare both results, we have done more successfully under the current running program. That is where my point is.
Okay.
And everybody who is looking for results will look for where the results are higher so that it will help it achieve the objective for which it has set for itself. That is my point. And if we are getting these results, that is why I continue to insist that, look, this thing has come to stay. Let us see what, and indeed, I would also use this opportunity, the transparency. I mean, I've seen the Goldboard put almost everything on its website. If you look, even their unaudited account is currently on their website, and you can do a holistic analysis of what they are doing. They should increase in that transparency. They are people who would also use such propaganda machinery to sort of create an impression.
Oh, but it's
but it's a fact. I mean, we can't run away from that. You are in competition in the world. There are others also looking for what you are looking for. So that if they can churn out information that will sort to slow the progress you are making, they will do it to the advantage. So that is why I keep saying holistically, we need to look at it holistically.
Who is IMF? Nenya sempa, nenya sema. Imagine say Goldboard. Edi just 1 year, anya 10 billion. Na dan kwa Akufo-Addo, oni Kenuforiata. Na mo pa cho gidi. Se manyi IMF na mo ntom 3 billion. 3 billion. I did 3 good years no na edua no. 3 billion pe ana mti ngoje bae. And go 3 years mpo. About 4 years is 5 years ni. Because from MPP time 2021 ebesi ene 2025 kwa gosi June 2026 and because of NDC for the finance minister and then the Bank of Ghana governor Johnson Asema how and where am first one manipulate your money plus the Goldboard sika yedi pompe and the cocoa boss get ura a friend say Bank of Ghana and no idea bedru hande yo enunti and see June ya announce say be free na minim is it because say yes ye free IMF ni munti enti no macha say my warning say yen ye kwa ye so massa munyayo and cedi is selling at 11 cedis 34 pesos to the dollar tam na ye ba IMF no na cedi no selling 16 Ghana cedis to the dollar and no must ye manage the economy ni ye everything is moving fine and about 15 everything is moving fine and our 11 cedis you are giving us warning IMF na we omo a omo nse dem pe no omo pe ye yie sa se ye kwaso na ye omo ya se ye pese ye free mu pe ase ye ya de ye ho too much omo pe enti ye nya Goldboard na ye nya se Goldboard na ye sika no ye mfam na Bank of Ghana na ti omo nti ase no kwa ne se nchechemu na very simple and ABCD the Bank of Ghana IMF for catch Bank of Ghana and say all manipulate no ni na ani Bank of Ghana at the Ghana ye cedis no at the friends Sammy Gyamfie our chief executive officer at the Goldboard any gold board for say monye na mo fa nkoto gold so omudi sika na omudi akoto gold no omudi gold no ba gold na ye ton in dollars no say gold na ye dey akoto ni in dollars na ye benya no dollars no ni say that be shame back our Bank of Ghana it mean say ye dey see the ba e benya gold no ni dey akoto dollars. How is this so bad? Now, according to IMF, 214 million Ghana cedis or can was no. Per the report, these are the salaries, wages, and other bonuses. Friend say other expenditure, operational cost. Yedema Bank of a friend saying Goldboard. Now Yedema Goldboard for we are. Omukoton ye no $214 million. No. Sika omodebra $10 billion. How is it a loss to the country? IMF. We no eyeden yeka edema Ghana for yentiase. Na sanse me Goldboard IMF International Monetary Fund for 1 year omudi ebe. Ana yesi Sammy Gyamfie. Yati one na obe announce say Goldboard mama Ghana $10 billion. Hey, yeniaje come up. Meaning say yesi the because was strengthen. But IMF International Monetary Fund for question more. Almost say Goldboard Model is now Money Bank of Ghana. Johnson as my governor. Moya no. At the country trade the best $214 million. And at the Ghana. Papa, what's let you say? And I say, Sana I'm a four can say, I. The I'm a four can no so. And let you more. And Timonton was in measure. One kind infama international monetary fund for any Obibia or ye anti Ghana, not Ghana, not on person Ghana. Ebe for to mo pafura say na Sammy Gyamfie etwe na asem also while the Ghana Goldboard values and appreciate feedback and constructive criticism, it is important to clarify certain misconceptions making rounds in the media space about the trade operations of the Goldboard. Number 1, first and foremost, the Goldboard has made no losses. Rather, the Goldboard has made significant profits, surplus under its gold trading program. In the year 2025, financial statement of the Goldboard, unaudited, published on its website, bear the fact out and indicate that the institution is set to declare income surplus of not less than 600 million for the year 2025. The Goldboard has this year been responsible for only the local purchasing, assay and export of gold for the Bank of Ghana. The selling or trading of gold purchased by Goldboard to take off takers lies in the exclusive domain of the Bank of Ghana. The Goldboard is not aware of any loss of 214 million incurred by the Bank of Ghana under the Goldboard for the reserve under the gold for reserve program. On account of Goldboard, off-takers fees, the financials of the gold for reserve and gold for forest programs of the Bank of Ghana for the year 2025 are yet to be audited, yes. Eti, for the records, number 4, there's nothing like Goldboard off-taker fees under the ASM Gold Trading Program. That assertion is incorrect. The Goldboard per its 2025 operations does not deal with off-takers. Neither does the Goldboard charge any off-takers fee. All off-take agreements are signed and implemented by the Bank of Ghana. Under this off-take agreement, discounts covering freight, insurance, refining charges are granted by the Bank of Ghana off-takers. 5. The only fee the Goldboard takes from the Bank of Ghana is a statutory assay fee of 0.25% and a service charge of 0.5%. These fees are not new. In fact, they were inherited by the Goldboard from a 2023 gold purchase agreement. And the way 1 to 5, there is Sammy Gyamfie, Chief Executive Officer, Edema Goldboard, Ekenani say, Omo say Goldboard, I'm making a loss of $214 million. Media, any some ever there MPP for. I can say Omontias here, Goldboard, the Bokana or CDD. And no correct. Name no. Omunye ye, Omo report, and or the team ye. Name per Omo projection, Omenian Faso, and free business, Omaye, in just 2025 from January ABC December about 8-9 months of operation no is 600 million and a net surplus and for sodia ye ba benya enko ano no uye no fro wiye so a amanfo nsem o mo kekana so mo ntiase Goldboard eba ye friend off takers na sa nneema ni na Bank of Ghana na ye enye o mo Goldboard for mu nim ka pre efa ho ene Bank of Ghana for asem na the Bank of Ghana amanfo keka say oh agreement bi agoso so dey bi sa agreement go mu nim ene so Bank of Ghana for na the omo nim say omo ne Bank of Ghana omo transactions omo ye among themselves no ye was certain percentage omo nya 0.25% and the 0.5%. And only 7 charges omo nim say omo ji Bank of Ghana for any omo ewo. Aside that she ni obi o. And this office Bank of Ghana e dey ka $240 million and farm me say Goldboard and Goldboard asem. E Bank of Ghana for asem. And at the same time say Bank of Ghana this kanema na Goldboard koto gold no side this kanema. Meaning say ka obo ye di na no was anya na first back. And that $10 billion. Sika, according to Goldboard, Chief Executive Officer Sammy Gyamfie, the noblest man, or say, Sika chuchuli, Sika jete, Sika gare, Sika nabu, or the abre Goldboard fonti. The IMF can say, Omo di bonibi anaso bonibi koso na among fontiasi no person teach him no. Sammy Gyamfie say, yes you muhu. Yan can't almost say problem be on your side. The same way the Bank of Ghana Governor Johnson Asiemaso say the omoyano to manage the economy to make sure say your foreign exchange a bit stabilized. Any a friend is saying on stability be now oberena and China and 7 or China and 13 the net day and 50 or they be. Omugaso or more target I between 10 to 12. I know managing now. The omuba ya mama omu currency agina de omu anenim de so omu yemse enya asem gwa nenka enka o ya IMF wuti wu country yet ye country enye busuya bo ne yasem huna na nka oba be kire kwan ye fa sumbu ye man ye ne we sika ne ye to ye gold ne ye sika na goto ye Bank of Ghana osigi mini ya biko apai all because ye ne wa kwa certain kinds of agreement amount to poke your nose in our matters. Yes, the Nico Yeno, IMF Mumpe. Abrofu ye na nkasa no. Me say asa munya madu is omunya madu so me boy do na minim de ntie ye hu ya. Asa eguso ye preso ye me partnership. United States of America the IMF sika ka omodi omo over trillions. Almost every country be the IMF ka. You don't see them lecturing them. Omo nko kire omo kwa omo faso mu omo economy. Ebeduru Africa for nko ade ne asa omo ye say class 1 for ye kire A for apple. B for ball. What do you mean? What do you mean? The enemy say Goldboard eba ye Ghana your currency evidence that our facts and that say your currency is doing better. Enka wa impressive ya. Now when you say they go by my friends say Goldboard sika on the Bank of Ghana. The area of Ghana say any ama exchange rate stability aba I really see sharp CD dollar fluctuation now. I help business households. So that be no matter plan say somebody 500 Ghana could dream last month. This month 500 Nana Sadeko because price is stable. At the same time, a limited imported inflation. And now all the friends saying, "Oh, go find your Bank of Ghana making sure say over regulated say that be a dollar no. Young fan go find your be a san famba. Uye no free slow rapid increase in fuel, food, and other import costs. Why you say fuel price and now 116 cedi to the dollar. Imagine now the 11 cedi to the dollar. Say na every so 5. Wow. And the way I benefit eba aduane and then they go find me and go force you need the end the bar. They bought the end because 116 cedi to the dollar and they say 11 cedi to the dollar. What's the Bank of Ghana? Magana for you shouldn't be happy. Because who okay? Who okay? Yes, in June, you be free. Say, I don't know how. I know where Kasa Yemfa home. For comments, no to comment section that say, Sammy Gyamfie Goldboard, Emma Ghana, $10 billion for just 1 year under John Dramani Mahama. But I'm a Foko Kwapai, almost say, Ghana. June ye ba be free IMF program ni mu omo the warning Abama Bank of Ghana governor Johnson Asiema said they were Goldboard operating no car abeda $240 million e to say e be haye ana Bank of Ghana governor say chairman mo hwe yesidi no mo hwe exchange rate na say 11 cedi to the dollar e peni say ya mo be amuye de mo nkoso no mra from de be ya na ye no Sammy Gyamfie chirechirem so the army for can onim hwe $240 million ayaka de yen ko be Bank of Ghana no no ne Goldboard ho de ka bia maaye ka ba ku kra say e na ho enti ye na empire omu ye info maso am say hallelujah amen for comment no to comment section there na IMF for person ka kire ye John e de mo mo ana who you subscribe like na share mu nya so enya bi ehwe eni no e ba ko pe Maxi Billian our naked truth our Oldboga trust macro bye bye.